Good morning. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome. Hey, I'm a Moon, hey Ricky, hey Prox, hey Jazzy. Hey Guy, welcome. I got a nice iced coffee. The weather's been pretty good, dude. It's been kind of nice, so. Oh, I hope you guys are having a good day so far. I'm fucking tired of shit, dude. I'm so tired. Is baby Sock feeling better? A little bit. Not doing like 100%. Yeah, she's a bit under the weather. What a great shot.
Morning, Dark.
What's going on, Mike?
Oh, nothing. Just catching up on some paperwork and whatnot.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm cooked. So
I was gonna say it's a bit early for you, mate.
it is. I've been with sleep, couldn't sleep, got back up. So here I am.
Don't be like Craig. Don't be like Craig.
Uh,
The guy just works too much and then gets to his head.
yeah. Did he talk to you at all?
I haven't spoken to him for a few days.
Okay. Um. Well, he had a meeting with myself. Who was it? Flores and new recruit Gunnar Kane, and he said that likely after the director comes in, he's probably going to be stepping down.
Craig is that?
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. But he said, he's tired, he's burned out, so
Well,
I understand it.
it'll be a bit disappointing if his name's in the running for the director, but I guess he's thinking that he's not going to get it because he's impeached 3 out of 4 of them. So
Yeah, but he also hasn't been asked for an interview yet, so
he hasn't.
no, uh, not the not that I know of.
That's kind of
So
fucked, huh?
yeah, I don't know. I
I
don't
heard
know.
they were happening on Sunday, like last Sunday
It's
gone.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe you can talk to him and get him to stop dooming, because you know how he gets.
No, that's what he does, man. That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I know his plans for if he's not going to stay here, and you know, it's between us, but he said he's going to run for Blaine County mayor.
Yeah,
So
he said that I don't know. He's just dooming about that too. But it's like, well, everybody hates me, and I probably not get enough votes anyway.
sounds
But
like Craig.
yeah.
Yeah.
So take that with a grain of salt, I guess. I don't know, but
All right. What are you working on anyway?
um, so Perry report 21547. Just sifting through it, she received some uh research work from Jason Todd.
Mm.
So apparently she's credentialed now. I don't, but at this point, we need to be working together on things. And, if Perry
Hey, it looks cool.
deems that the research she's done is credible and okay, it's something.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I spoke to Doc. Did he touch base with you? Doc Masters.
No, we haven't been able to catch each other.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he said he was going to catch up with you, and well, I directed him to catch up with you really, just because he's got similar concerns about Jason kind of coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
We also had a new twat from the Faceless.
You did? What was it?
Mm-hmm.
Where? Is your report?
Yep. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I see it. Skynode 7885.
Not Snynode.
Oh, it's
No.
Skynode.
Yeah. I didn't realize that until the fourth time I read it. But earlier that day, about 11 hours prior to that, they had
Who the fuck is
retweeted.
Chulito Suarez? Who the fuck is that?
Uh,
A
don't
Saints
know.
member?
Yeah, Saints. That's what it was.
What does THC stand for?
It could
That's all the
be
stuff you get.
talking about weed.
Weed. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But the
Huh.
Faceless could be retweeting that just to throw us off. But I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
So,
hired another person, Gunnar Kane.
who
He's
is
been
he?
doing fantastic. Um,
If though?
yeah, shift two. So I've been
Surprising, yeah.
I've been I've been training him. So he's doing a great job so far. He's got plenty of law enforcement experience, ran his own investigative department. Um, he's got a lot of experience. So and I've known him for a while too. So
All right.
he's good. He's charismatic. He's passionate. I think he's a good balance to all the personalities we have here so far. So he's doing a good job. We're actually uh, we were dealing with some incidences at the prison between Cyprus and the lifers because of the whole Lang Buddha thing, and we might have a lead on someone smuggling weapons into the prison, potentially Scotty Bard. But um, I've
Okay, that
urged.
needs elaborating. What would you mean?
So there was a scuffle, one of
Right.
many scuffles, between Cyprus and lifers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Luciano DiCenzo stole one of the lifers' phones, and as he was going through it, uh, he he saw some text messages between Duct Tape Lopez and Scotty Bard. So talking about something about uh, you know, let me know when the package is delivered, that kind of stuff. Um,
What?
yeah. And I would not put it past Scotty to do something like that, especially now that he's LSPD. Um, he has easy access to the prison. Um, he could probably walk in and very unsuspecting. So, because it was interesting because that day there was like 3 or 4 incidences where the prison went in lockdown within 3 hours, and after each one, the OC would do bunk flip. They would find nothing. Lifers would go back into their bunks, grab another gun, come back out, start something out, and so
How the
yeah,
fuck is that even
it's
possible?
I don't know. Well, so we can flip the bunks, but sometimes they stuff them in the mattresses like really, really good. So if we shake them out, like we may not find anything, right? Um,
Hmm.
and we can only do that like,
What kind of guns we talking here?
oh, we found a shotgun, bunch of deagles, makeshift. Then of course, knuckle dusters, wrenches, knives,
Fuck.
that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a report on this?
Yeah. Ray's working on that as
On the case board there.
well. Not yet. I told him to put it in there. I just looked, it's not on there.
All right. Yeah, keep me updated on that one. What about this the Moose Knuckles case running over the guy?
Um, really, there's I haven't really made any traction on it. Remy just decided to drop it, but um, I would like to use it just for uh as another note into an impeachment for Moose Knuckles because his lack of cooperating with PD.
Mm. Okay.
So, but that was Remy's investigation. I was assisting her and with the subpoena and things like that. So, uh, and of course, in the interrogation, she didn't like how it went, and so I think she backed out of it. And I was like, well, it's to be expected when you get Moose Knuckles in the room and Tony in the room. It just sometimes can turn into a shouting match, but you know, um, it's very telling. Just his arguments in there of just being completely and utter incompetent. So
Yeah, like yeah. And then like the outcome of Man and Barrett's case as well, where he posted about the lack of you need PC for detainment and that kind of thing. So
yeah,
yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go drink my coffee on the roof and wake up a bit. So if you're gone by then,
yeah, yeah,
I'll catch you next time. But good shit, Peter. Keep it up.
yeah, yeah. Oh, pay the taxes on the observatory, by the way.
I know. I know. Craig fucking emailed me about it. I'm gonna do it now.
All right, I'm going to bed.
I forgot to pay the bills on the observatory. What is this? Hello? Random wood? What the fuck? Who's littering? I'll find out. Dude, this fucking cough, man. I'm about to make a deal. I'm about to make a fucking deal to get a cure. What the fuck is it? Nothing. Son of a bitch. I need to reload my gun. My gun is severely low on ammo. Someone was littering. I don't know who it is yet.
Oh, with those pallets and shit outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I woke up to that too. I also closed out 2 cases. So Duke Ramsey got charged.
Did he
Finally.
actually get charged? Is he still
Yeah.
employed?
No, hell no. He got fired a few weeks ago.
What did he get charged for
Uh,
eventually?
assault with deadly. They should have pushed first degree murder, but it was Callista Bell's thing that ended up being primarily like me and Oxby
Wait, he
prosecuting.
killed somebody?
He attempted to.
Oh, okay. When you said
It
first
was
degree murder,
imminent.
I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, sorry, attempted first degree attempted. Yeah, got
Right.
charged with that. So, anyways, all right, I'm going to bed.
All right, man. You take it easy, man.
All right.
Chat, we've got some talking to do, by the way. We got I don't know whether if those of you in Discord, you would have seen what I put in there already. What am I missing? I'm missing something. Evidence back. But as I'll walk and go fucking. I'll put this stuff in the trash first. We don't have a trash bin, so I'll just use evidence trash. I'll have to do it this way, don't I? So basically, there's a bit of an issue. A little bit of a suspicion, maybe you might say. Because yeah. I use Discord. You get lost, dude. Get out of here. So remember Dark and Aaron had that chat about extending Edgar's bail.
Aha. Never left your guard down.
Craig, you scared the shit out of me, man.
You could have been
scared
dead,
the shit out of me.
like that.
I'm going to pay the tax.
That could have been it.
Well, it wasn't. What was I saying? I forgot. Aaron and Dark had a chat about extending Edgar's bail because Edgar requested it because he was worried about the faces and shit, right? And Aaron was like, okay, I'll talk to V, Gravy, and we'll go from there. So Dark had done his part, and Aaron was like, I'll give you an email when we get an update. And so it wasn't last night, it was the night before. And obviously I wasn't on the server or anything. So Aaron emailed Dark and said, so Edgar's bail got extended. But we didn't actually want that to happen for reasons. I don't think she actually told me the reason. So they didn't want it to happen, but Judge Johnson, Derek Johnson, extended it anyway. So alarm bells went off for Dark, for me, because I didn't realize, and so Dark didn't realize that Beric was the one on the case. There's a few alarm bells ringing here. I need some music, dude. I can't. Like, with anything, I can't fucking just have silence in the background. What the fuck is this? Now, this is the same Beric that was kidnapped and tortured by none other than Edgar, Brandon, and Sonia. And now he's working his case. So, big alarm bells for, like, conflict of interest there. But then it's like, why is Beric extending Edgar's bail? And to clarify, Edgar's case has been scheduled for the 11th. I think it might be a big case, so it's like there's like half of it's on the 10th and half of it's on the 11th. But Beric only extended it until the 4th, tomorrow. The house arrest. To clarify, this is the house arrest that's been extended.
Ah, got you again.
How the fuck did you do that?
God, Dark, you're slacking. You're getting.
How the fuck did you do that? What the?
What do you mean?
Where did you come from?
I'm a goddamn. I'm on my game, Dark. I've never felt
Wait,
better.
is the elevator functional? Where's the elevator? What the fuck did he What the fuck did...
I'm just better, Dark.
Wait, this is not working. It's broken, man.
I know.
So how? You didn't run past me?
Or did I?
Okay. I don't know how the fuck you managed that.
Well, you went down to the lower level, and I went through the main door.
Oh. You're fast for an old man.
I'm not old. Pay
I'm
the
paying the
observatory bill,
bills.
please.
I don't know how much.
How
I didn't
much is
actually
it?
look. I didn't look. Let me see
Oh.
the history. Hold on. Yeah, it was okay. The property tax was $1 plus tax.
Oh man.
And then the consumption was $890. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. A government building shouldn't be paying taxes to itself.
Wait, why does the Jamestown one have 16 grand of consumption? Oh, you've got the fucking things in there, ain't you? You've got those little the server
I just
stuff.
have the computer running. Yeah, the computer's running.
Oh, is it not? You got anything else in there?
No, it's just the computer.
Peter's mentioned that you're leaving.
I'm considering it. Depending on how this impeachment goes.
Yeah. So what's the plan?
I don't know. Abigail and I talked for several hours last night. She's pretty much checked out. She wants to make sure her cases are closed, and she's not really picking up anything else because she's pretty burned out.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I keep uncovering more. The more I dig, the worse it gets. Dark.
On the
It
justices?
gets so bad. On everything. The justices, the police department, the financials are a mess.
Okay.
I'm 99% certain BCSO has been embezzling. BCSO High Command has been embezzling money from their funds to buy properties for themselves, selling them, and then keeping the profit.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the evidence of that?
So well, I FOIA'd the BCSO accounts.
Yeah.
And every 30 days on the dot, people who haven't paid their taxes in 60 days get their houses seized automatically. This in March, it was March 29th. In February, it was February 27th, and so on and so forth, right? So it's always exactly 30 days from the last one.
Okay.
In February and March, Ventura has pulled out $3 million from the BCSO account on seizure day.
Right.
And not put the money back. And I have seen where he's purchased properties on seizure day.
Yeah, he wrote that
sells them.
he kept one, apparently.
Yeah. And he's not returning that money to the account. He puts a note on there of, I'll return this money. Temporary reallocation will return shortly, and then never returns the money.
So how much money is missing because of Ventura?
Well, I only accidentally saw the February one, so I need to FOIA their account since December and get a total amount. But right now, just from February and March, it's $6 million.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Somebody apparently authorized a $2 million transfer to Blaine County Sheriff's Office under the VSD name. And I had no idea about it. I didn't authorize it.
From who? From what account?
From DOJ account number 3 to Blaine County Sheriff's Office.
It says like a Weiss thing.
No, Danielson said it was just I have to ask Danielson because he was like, "Oh, I heard somebody said it was authorized by VSD, so I just transferred it." I was like, "I don't know anything about this. I've never approved any money transfers to BCSO under the VSD."
Oh, so Danielson sent it over,
Yeah,
but the
saying that it was approved, and
BCSO,
I was
okay.
like, "It wasn't approved."
Well,
Like,
who
I
did he
would
get the
never send them
request from?
straight money. I have to ask him and get the details on it.
Yeah, that sounds dodgy. But again, it wouldn't surprise me if it was a wise thing.
Possibly, but I never, like, when it comes to VSD, I never just send people money.
What
I
date was
always
it?
buy the products and they get the products directly. Like March 3rd. But there's been so much happening. Princess is draining the Blaine County tax account. When she took office, there was $37 million. It's now down to 13 and still dropping. She's bought a $9 million. She spent $9 million on a private warehouse that she's claiming is her castle.
What the fuck?
And
you know she's doing that so that if she doesn't get voted in, she's going to keep it.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, though. Because we're not going to wait for 30 days or whatever.
Okay. Where's this warehouse at?
I don't even know. Fucking, let's see. Princess Helena. Probably Grapeseed Main Street 14.
What is that? A warehouse?
Yeah, Grapeseed Main Street 14. It'll be a 4,100 square foot warehouse in Grapeseed.
She owns that supermarket?
Yeah, she owns a lot of shit.
Damn.
Yeah. It's bad, man.
Okay. I know there was some like new weird legislation about some royalty. There we go. Establishment of the Royal Court of Blaine County.
Oh, and Magistrate Moose Knuckles knows he's not getting reelected or turned into a real judge, so he's just going crazy and abusing his power like nuts.
Wait, like what? What's he doing?
Well, he was trying to force his way into ICU to see somebody who the clowns wanted to deal with a mime versus clown situation, and was interfering in a murder case. And then he tried to declare that one of the clowns was a lawyer and that they needed to see their client, even though that individual has like multiple felonies and did not have a bar license. And now Remy's messaging me, "Oh, the shit at the hospital. Oh, the shit got worse at the hospital, and Moose and I fear Moose is highly involved as he has sat there. His EMS and PD have been held up twice today. No 911s, just stand there and watches while EMS and PD get held up."
It sounds like felony obstruction of justice at some point.
Yeah, at least misdemeanor obstruction.
But misdemeanor is not intentional, you know. But it sounds like he's intentionally doing that. We need like a failure to report for government workers at least. Like if you're employed for the government, yeah, but I want it to be a bloody charge, man. Stupid. Well, Jana Pierce is in the fucking ICU, so she's gonna get impeached. So yeah, that's not happening. Yeah. Most just hate this one weird trick.
Oh, in case I do leave and y'all want to keep up with this shit, report number 21489 is my simple FOIA. You can literally just copy and paste this over and over again for every month. This is all of the government accounts that I've identified, except for number 1, which isn't being touched.
Okay. Did you ever find out what happened with number 1?
They were using it to reimburse like fines that had been reversed, but then we're told to stop, and for some reason they just transferred $10 million from it to DOJ account number 3 out of the blue. I'm not even sure why, but it's not supposed to be touched.
Okay. I've got a bit of an issue. I learned from, so you know how Edgar's on house arrest and things like that.
Yeah. Oh, I have something to tell you about that one, because apparently Barrick's been interfering with that shit.
Okay.
Like
I was going to say something
a case from
similar,
he
but
literally just declared bail on a case that he didn't have anything to do with.
wait, which one?
The Lang Buddha one.
Wait.
Apparently,
Was
like
he,
Lang
is he
didn't
like
even
presiding?
want bail. No, somebody else is. And
Wait, he
just
didn't want bail?
Yeah, he did. Lang didn't want bail. And
The
they were
fuck?
confused, and apparently, yeah, they were saying everyone was confused, and Lang was like, "What the fuck? You're giving me bail, and you're just sentencing me to house arrest in this random house?" Because Lang owns property. It doesn't make sense for them to put him in house arrest in somebody else's property, especially
Wait,
that's
Lang's
housing
in the same
another
property as
individual.
Edgar?
Yeah. Yeah, he assigned him to house arrest to the same fucking property. It doesn't make any fucking sense, because he has property he could be house arrested in, and why would you house arrest 2 people in a separate house that neither of them own together for different hag charges?
Okay. All right. Well, I was literally about to bring up the fact I got an email from Aaron because I wanted to be updated about, because Edgar had requested that his bail be extended because he was concerned for his safety, given he got kidnapped and things like that. It's all to do with like the faceless and the chicken man. And so I passed that on, and she was like, "Okay, I'll go speak to Gravy, his parole officer, and I'll email you with any updates." And she emailed me saying that they didn't want to extend it, so they didn't want to extend his house arrest. But Barrick did it anyway without talking to him. So that's big on my concerns list, especially when I don't know whether you remember, but when Barrick got kidnapped, he stated that it was Edgar and Brandon and Sonia that was the one who did it, that were torturing him for the faceless. And now he's presiding over Edgar's case.
Fuck. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I know, but so that's what I'm working on today.
I have a bar license now. I can file an emergency injunction.
I want to hear all the details now, before I do anything really. Because also another strange thing is that instead of extending his house arrest all the way until his trial, he's only extended it until tomorrow. So it's only been extended like 3 days, which like I don't understand. Like why, if you're gonna extend it like fully. Yeah, I don't understand it. So I'm gonna dig into that today.
Yeah, right. What else? I think Nino's sleeping with Peters' wife.
What? That doesn't sound like that important, but I still want to know.
That could be kind of important because he's a fucking marshal, and the mayor's sleeping with a marshal's
wife. Who's
wife.
His wife?
Violet Waters, NEMS.
Okay.
They're legally married. So I had a meeting with Nino, right? And I was driving around and I saw Nino's car, and it was like,
hi Snow, by the way, how are we doing, good buddy?
There was somebody standing next to his car on a payphone wearing a blacked out outfit with like a black motorcycle helmet and everything, and then jumped in Nino's car and drove off. And I was like, well, that's fucking suspicious as shit. If it's Nino driving around in a fucking helmet talking on a payphone, I thought for a moment he's probably fucking street racing, because he was in his fucking Turismo, his little supercar, right? I follow him out. He goes up towards, you remember Seaside Tower? Or I think it was Seaside Tower, the one off of like West Eclipse, where West Eclipse makes that weird little Y before it turns
I
into
remember.
South of Milton.
Yeah.
I'm parked in the back parking lot, and then I didn't catch him leaving the area, but I found that's where, because I didn't figure out where he went originally, right? And so I had to circle around. I lost him around the area of Tequila, and then I found his car parked in the back of Old Seaside Tower.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I'm just gonna sit here and wait. And I waited, and then there's that little dead end road. Like if you're looking at Tequila, just north of it, there's that little dead end road that goes right off Milton, right?
Hold on. A dead end road there. Where? What do you mean?
Yeah, Tequila.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong place. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so if you go north up Milton, that first left, there's a little dead end with like 3
Yes,
houses
I
on
see
it,
it.
right? And then I see some cars driving around over there, and I was like, "That's interesting." And then I see Violet Waters, because I just talked to her like earlier. It's like, "Oh, okay, that's Violet." Take some pictures and everything, and then shortly after, that Nino comes running out, or who I believe is Nino, comes running out from that area, right where she was, after like half an hour of me waiting for him to come back. And I'm like, oh fuck. And then jumps in his car and drives off. So I call him and I was like, hey, do you have a harness in your Turismo? And he goes, hold on, let me check. Yeah, I got one, telling me that he was in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, so that is Nino. And so I get in my car and I drive over there just to run the plates to verify, and it's fucking Violet Waters.
Just her or anybody
And
else?
I was like, I think I just saw her.
Okay.
But I was like, dear God, he just had he went and got all blacked out, got on a payphone, and probably contacted Violet and met up with her for like a little secret 30-minute sex session, a little quickie.
Damn. On that dirt road too, in the open.
Well, they were like at one of the houses. They were like inside. They weren't like inside the house, but they were like around the property. So they were probably in the pool in the backyard of it or something.
Ugh. That's someone's house, man. It's disgusting.
But he's a fucking. We have to keep an eye on that. I'm not.
What have you told Peters?
No, I haven't told Peters. I don't give a shit
He
about
deserves to
shit.
know.
He might deserve to know, but I'm not going to interfere with that shit. I don't get involved in people's personal business. But we need to keep an eye on it just in case, because if he does find out, we have to worry about retaliation and Peter's going crazy on the mayor.
What about if like she's leaking like their pillow talk, you know, about his martial work?
She's probably leaking something.
Okay, great. Come on, man. He deserves to know. He's around, I think. He was around like, oh no, he went to bed. He went home to his home-wrecking wife.
No way. I am not being the one that tells him that. I'm deleting those pictures, and we are just going to forget that happened. Hey, maybe it's just a one-time thing.
Don't delete the pictures, man.
I'm going to delete the pictures.
Don't worry about it. Show him more.
But it's just going to cause problems. Maybe we just let it go for as long as possible. Hell, I'll even give Nino tips on how to make sure it stays under wraps, because that's the last thing we need.
What the fuck? No, don't give Nino tips about how to cheat better.
Well, just to hide it better.
I'm going to speak to the DOJ about making adultery a crime.
No, God, you're going to fuck all over all the polyamorous people.
No, that's not adultery. Okay, we'll figure we'll figure it out.
Texas.
We'll figure it out. Poor Peters, man. Poor Peters.
She's such a cutie too. I thought she was a nice sweetheart, but I mean,
keep it in your pants.
Saw what I saw. Hey, I've saved myself for Abigail and whoever girlfriend she brings over.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go check on the observatory and see if Lily's made any advances.
Oh, you needed to add. She couldn't make any advances because the fucking observatory's been locked down.
Well, yeah, but she might have done stuff since it's been like before it was locked.
No, she went up there for the first time because she just finished my house, and she went up there and was like, she called me and she was like, the observatory's locked down. And I was like, oh fuck. In fact, I'll give her a call right now and let her know it's out of lock.
Yeah, let her know. That's even more interesting about Barrack giving Lang bail, but he didn't want bail. What the fuck is that about? I know OOC, like, RP's probably a bit of fucking 10 out of 10 at the house, but... I don't know. My fucking... What a... Okay. Okay. Just a gun. Gun, yoink. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I think Barracks... I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't... I'm trying to, like, fathom as dark why Barrack would be doing things kind of strange. Yeah. This is just, like, I don't know, an accident, but... He was working Edgar's case, which is already a bit of a conflict, given everything. Like, normally, like, you know, oh, this guy attacked me, like, shot me down, like, 5 months ago. It wouldn't be a big deal. But, like, to be kidnapped for days by these people, and it'd be, like, such a big event, I feel like that's worthy of a conflict there. And then the whole, like, only being until tomorrow, I don't get that either. House arrest until tomorrow. And then Lang... The Lang one's difficult because it's like... Prison versus, you know, the house arrest. House arrest is different and interesting. Not that the prison isn't, but... I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. We'll dig into that today. I just want to check on the observatory. Maybe we can ask, we'll ask Archon tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we're playing Repo, guys. At 9 a.m. UTC. Oh, no, it's not 9 a.m. because we're in fucking summertime now. What time is that now? I don't know. It's like 4 a.m. Eastern time or something. We got a little Repo group going. So we're gonna do that tomorrow morning. So a little bit of an earlier start. And I'll just ask him LLC what's going on. Yeah. Someone who's played both life and DLC. That's prison is not secure. Yeah, they did lose 2 lifers. So, you know. What time again? 4 a.m. Eastern, which is 9 a.m. BST. I'm saying these, but I'm 90% sure it's 9 a.m. for me, which is like 2 hours and 50 minutes ago. That should be fun. I don't know who's playing it. I think Kirby is. I think I saw Kirby in there. The Repo was really fun the other night. It was generally really good. It's a goofy little game. It's a goofy little game. I've got to lock it in. I've got to lock it in with coming around late. I wasn't around late again last night. Ember. What the hell? No mimes allowed on the 18th of April. Wow. Thanks, Ember. Call when you see. Yeah, just in case he's around it. Anything else here?
Hey, how'd you get my number?
Oh shit.
I don't really care. Bitch, you are crazy. You gave
So it
me
hasn't been decorated in 2 days. So. What am I doing? I'm looking for furniture, but it's not going to be here. I don't think she'll be able to do anything. I think I put this in here. I need to delete this shit. Oops. Yeah, she just did this stuff. Okay. I love being sent voice I didn't request. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. Let's get stuck in. I need to check the docket. Morning, Jem. Morning, morning. All right, let's see. I only briefly have seen this stuff on the docket. So let's have a quick look. I'll zoom in so you can see. Us Lang, Buddha. So Beric is doing this case too. They're doing the psych eval for. Holy shit! They're asking for 40 years jail and 40 years parole. Damn. Right, so here's the bail conditions with the house arrest. That was March 21st. But then Tuesday, in regards to Section 11 of Edgar Dacus' bail conditions, which is the house arrest, due to incidents involving Edgar on the property of his house arrest throughout the last few weeks, the court is on behalf. The court is of the belief that Edgar is most secure and safe under the protection and watch of police. As we approach the date of his trial, the court will be extending the period of which Mr. Castillo is required to remain under house arrest and on designated grounds from April 1st at noon Eastern to April 4th at 5 p.m. Eastern. Why? Why? Why this time and date? And then I think this is Gravy said, Your Honor, in accordance to April Fool's Day, is this an April Fool's J? And then they went and had a discussion about it. So, grab that.